This is just kind of a prepared statement that I've decided to make. I was trying to put this as a comment, but unfortunately it wouldn't let me, so I'm just going to go ahead and read this off. This is my response to some of the the people who have said that that I might be eating crow in defending Bob Gimlin, referring to this Massacre nonsense. It's not so much about idolizing, quote unquote, idolizing Gimlin, as it is that the evidence so far does not support the conclusion that there was a massacre. Now, so far we have only heard word of mouth as to this alleged, quote unquote, more in the film that shows a massacre. That's not what I want. I want to see the proof for myself before I stand up and say there was one. So far there has been nothing but hearsay when it comes to a so-called massacre. Not to mention people reading into film grain and coming to their own conclusions on things. And this is a response to BF Research SE. Sure, it's my opinion, but my opinion is also shared by the vast majority of the Bigfoot community, as well as by Bob Gimlin and John Green. And I will not sit here and say no one has the right to their opinion if they believe this nonsense. They are perfectly entitled to their opinion. But that works in reverse. I too am entitled to my opinion. And my opinion is based on what I know about the film and things I've learned about it from others who have been in the Bigfoot field much longer than I have. I just cannot see a massacre being covered up for over 40 years when there could have been closure on the Bigfoot issue since 1967, and we would not even still be discussing Bigfoot today if this scenario actually occurred, which, in my opinion, it did not. Who knows? There's a chance I might be wrong, but I don't think so. I don't think I'm wrong. Personally, I don't think I'm wrong about there having been not been a massacre. At least, unless I see evidence otherwise. If I see evidence otherwise, then hey, I'll jump on the massacre bandwagon. I'll say, yeah, there was a massacre. But until then, I'm not going to jump on that bandwagon. I'm not going to go out on a limb and say there was until I see some absolute proof. Well, not just evidence, but proof of all this. I don't want to hear, well, Jim Bob said he saw it and Melissa Sue said she saw it. No. If this stuff is out there, if this stuff allegedly exists, I want to see it for myself. I don't want to just hear from Jim Bob and Melissa Sue. I'm going to know if this stuff actually happened before I actually make a commitment as to whether it did happen. All we have heard about this is innuendo and rumor. We have not heard any absolute facts as of yet. We've heard innuendo, we've heard rumor, we've seen someone who has pretty much read into film grain and started seeing things that weren't there, started making assertions based on people's comments, people's innocent comments. About, what if one of these creatures have been shot, or things of that nature, where people make innocent comments, but yet they're all of a sudden misconstrued and taken out of context, and all of a sudden, everybody's saying, well, some people are saying there was a massacre. I mean, I do not agree with this massacre nonsense. I think it is nonsense. And I have the right to think that. I have the right to believe that. Because it's not just me that believes it. There's others out there that believe it as well. The vast majority of the Bigfoot community believes there was no massacre. And I'm not just going along with them just to be popular. I have not seen the evidence. I have not seen the proof that there was a massacre. All we have heard is innuendo and rumor and speculation. That is all we have heard so far about this nonsense. And it is just that. It's nonsense. And just, I'm trying not to cut anybody down. I'm just stating the facts. I'm trying not to be one of those people who just cuts people down. Hey, listen, Bigfoot Research SE, if you choose to believe this, that's fine. If there are those out there who want to believe this massacre nonsense, go right ahead. I'm not going to stop you. If you want to believe it, that's up to you. Personally, I don't believe it. Personally, I think it's a lot of nonsense. And that's based on what I know from others who have been in this much longer than I have. It's based on my own knowledge of the film as well. I just cannot conceive of there having been a so-called massacre. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and I will admit it. I'll admit if I'm wrong. I'll admit if it comes out tomorrow, if this so-called evidence comes out tomorrow that there was a massacre, I will come right on this channel and I will gladly say, yes, I agree with y'all, there was a massacre. Y'all were right. But until then, I'm just going to continue to stick with my opinion that there was no massacre. And that's the bottom line, and that's it, and really not much more to say. There's really not much more to say, in my opinion. My opinion, until such evidence or such proof surfaces, as far as I'm concerned, no massacre. My opinion, right or wrong, that's it.